the play-by-play like that. So Salette, of course, is the first in-season game starting for the Lions. Number 33, the center, Elijah Hall. Number 24, the point guard, William Fitzpatrick. Number 11, John Bronner. Number 23, Rylan Taw. And number 30, Sean Holman. So a lot of familiar faces from last year if you were following the Lions JV, with the exception, of course, of number 3, Elijah Hall. He didn't get very much playing time, but he's in now. Rylan Taw drives in, misses his layup, and Georgetown rebounds it. Georgetown taking the ball back down the court. They're running a 5-out offense, so they have all their players on the outside of the arc, cutting in and running through. Rylan Taw pokes the ball away from the point guard. He gets it open. Defense is slow to help, but thankfully the Georgetown player misses his shot. John Bronner with the rebound. William Fitzpatrick taking the ball back up the court quickly. Drives in. No good there. Gives it to Sean Holman. Open shot for Rylan Taw, and that's just off. And that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Georgetown ball. So, John, we haven't seen very much action, but is there anything you're looking for in particular from the Lions tonight?
No, not too much action, although William Fitzpatrick has been a good point guard so far. Ryan had a good drive earlier. Lions definitely doing a good job getting open.
Right, from the blue and white game that we saw the other night, there was a lot of turnovers, but the pace of play was also really fast. I think we've seen that so far.
Yeah.
Lions getting back up and down the court quickly as Georgetown misses their shot and Salette comes away with the ball again. So still 0-0. 5:30 left in the first quarter. And Sean Holman with the first 2 points of the game off the pass from Rylan Taw. He lays it in off the glass. So it'll be 2-0 Lions. Georgetown gets the ball back down the court, shoots a deep 3. That's a moon shot, but that's going to be no good, and the rebound goes right out of bounds. Wow, that was way too high for anyone to get that rebound. So we're playing tonight with only one referee, so it's taking a little bit more time on inbounds for him to get the ball in since he's the only one there. Elijah Hall with the ball now in the low post. Skyhook shot in for 2. That was a textbook play by Elijah Hall to post up his man and drop that in the bucket. 4-0 now for the Lions. Georgetown has yet to make a shot. Nice pass by their number 3, but the shot goes off the side of the backboard. Georgetown with the rebound, however. Another 3, and that one's no good. Another offensive rebound by Georgetown. Another missed shot. Another offensive rebound. Oh, man. Lions need to box out. William Fitzpatrick comes away with the steal, goes down the court, and lays in for 2.
That was a good recovery by the Lions. A lot of missed rebounds there, but luckily we got a 6-0.
Right, so Georgetown driving back in. There's going to be a foul call on the missed shot. That was Elijah Hall committing the foul. So now Georgetown will go to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, right there. You're right. That was a very good play by Fitzpatrick to keep his head up and score on that play. But at the same time, that's 4 missed shots by Georgetown, and they got the ball the first 3 times. So the Lions not boxing out, not getting the right position. And if they play a tough team, that's going to be how they win. Georgetown's first shot is no good.
Second shot by 22. Also no good.
And that's going to be a push called on one of the Georgetown players, so Salette will get the ball and the foul on the missed free throw. Fitzpatrick taking it up the court. Looking, gets it to John Bronner. Sean Holman flashes to the high post. Back to Fitzpatrick. Elijah Hall has the ball again. Another shot. Nice look. No good. Sean Holman with the rebound. But he's going to be called for the travel. There's 3 Georgetown players that all came up and trapped him. He tried to pivot, but he lost his footing, so that's going to be a travel. So I'm really impressed so far with what we've seen from Elijah Hall. He looks comfortable out there. He's taking shots. He's not afraid. That's really good to see. As Georgetown takes the shot down low but misses again. John Bronner playing defense. 6-0 Lions, 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Fitzpatrick looking, trying to get the offense started. Gets it to Taw in the corner, who gets into Sean Holman. Another open look, and that's good for 2. So right now the 2 big men, 2 forwards, Sean Holman and Elijah Hall, each with 4 points. Fitzpatrick with the steal, takes it down the court. Ryland's there. Tries to lay it in, misses. Elijah Hall's right there to get the rebound and put it in for another 2. So 10-0 Lions. Lions are playing great in transition, getting back down the court quickly as the Georgetown point guard drives in, loses the ball, but that's going to be a hold called on Ryland. So I don't know if the Lions have just been pretty lucky or if they're just playing really good D, because, I mean, if you look at the scoreboard right now, it's 10-0. And that hasn't been to say that Georgetown hasn't gotten any shots off, but they just haven't had any good shots. I have no idea what that was. We just saw the Georgetown player throw it up. It was halfway between a pass and a shot. It ended up in the middle of the paint, but Georgetown ends up with the ball again. John Bronner playing defense, knocks the ball away, and Elijah Hall stuffs the Georgetown guard.
Elijah Hall.
Absolutely. He was right there. He barely even had to jump. And Elijah with the shot, no good. Ryland with the rebound. Gets it to Sean Holman. Good job to secure it. John Bronner with the open shot. No good. And that's going to be Georgetown ball.
Yeah, Elijah Hall's definitely had a lot of action this game. Not a whole ton last year, but it's a good transition from last year to this year with game time for sure.
Absolutely. He does get a break now. Breather on the sideline. Nicholas Kellerman, number 35, the sophomore, subs in for him. He's got Elijah's height, not as much Elijah's experience, but we'll see what he can do in his first real action this season. Georgetown scores their first points of the game on a 2-point shot from the elbow off an offensive rebound. Lions, that boxing out bug, just not quite getting to them yet. Tight defense playing up against the arc against the Lions offense. Fitzpatrick, Taw, and Bronner cycling the ball around on the outside the arc. Sean Holman with the ball now in the low post. And the Lions get the ball to the top of the arc, and William Fitzpatrick gets the offense started again. They reset. He holds the ball. And now they start. John Bronner dribbling in the corner. Passes it off of the Georgetown player's foot. So that's going to stay white ball. Lions in their home uniforms tonight, white with blue trim, and then Georgetown in their purple and yellow uniforms. (10-2) Lions, a little bit less than a minute left in the game. Georgetown gets the ball back up the court again. Number 10, their point guard, drives in, attempts a floater, but that is far short. Sean Holman just watches it go out.
Fitzpatrick taking it up the court. Hopefully they can secure at least another 2 points before the first period is over.
Right, Fitzpatrick very calm, and that pays off as he gets an open shot through Bronner to Taw. No good, but Elijah Hall with the rebound. And he gets his 8th points of the game. Georgetown point guard looking to drive again. John Bronner playing tight D on him. Fitzpatrick steals the ball again.
4th steal of the day.
And a nice layup to finish it. Georgetown gets it down the court again, but is unable to maintain possession. They lose it out of bounds, so Salette will have the ball again with 10 seconds left in the first quarter to try and tack a few more points on. We do see the other official coming onto the court. Fitzpatrick, the smart play to keep the clock going by not picking the ball up immediately. Clock winding down, trying to get a shot off. John Bronner looks to shoot. Fitzpatrick's just going to have to shoot it. He does. And it's just off, just a few inches too far. So end of the first quarter, Lions 14, Buffaloes 2. That's a very, very promising start for the Lions. Is there anything that you saw, John, besides, the obvious, the Elijah Hall tacking point after point on the board, and then Fitzpatrick, his quick hands,
Yeah, like we said earlier, Elijah's definitely had a lot more playing time than last year. I think just the main thing was his play, and then also Fitz. He had 4 steals from what I could see. Very impressive, and that obviously resulted in a very good lead for the first quarter.
Right. So the Lions, that fast-paced offense is going really well for them, and we know that the one drawback to having a high-speed offense like that is that third quarter, fourth quarter comes along. You slow down. The Lions, obviously, always the better conditioned team in all the games they play, thanks to the conditioning program that we have here with Coach Mike Vitri, our athletic director. He keeps us all fit and trim. But even regardless of that, the Lions have just an extremely deep bench on this JV team. They have a lot of talent sitting down on that bench, and so if their starters slow down late in the game, then they can put some players in that there's not that much of a talent drop-off. So it's going to be Georgetown's ball to inbound from half court to start the second quarter. Andrew Sick has come into the game for William Fitzpatrick. Sick, the freshman, a lot of talent there. He showed that last year for the 8th grade team. He played very well for them. Elijah Hall comes away with the rebound. John Bronner taking over as point guard now that Fitzpatrick's out. He definitely isn't quite as fast as Fitz, but he still, as Ryland Todd gets the shot and puts it up for 2. 16-2 Lions. Georgetown so far with only 1 shot made. And they pass the ball out of bounds. Lions ball again. Elijah Hall posting up strong at the top of the key. Lions offense so far has had no trouble creating open shots. I think that's because Georgetown is playing a zone defense, and they're definitely an inexperienced JV team, so they're not quite used to that defense, so it's easy for La Salette to exploit it.
John Bronner taking the position of point guard. Definitely good experience for him.
Right, his older brother Thomas, point guard for the Varsity, as Elijah Hall has a wide open layup. And he is just stacking on the points right now. So as I was saying, John Bronner's older brother Thomas, point guard for the Lions back in the day. John isn't quite as big as he is, but he does put in a lot of time to try and get better at basketball. As Andrew Sick intercepts the pass. Bronner with a smart play to stop and look up instead of going in and taking a foolish layup. Round with another open shot, and that's another made point for Ryland. 2 more points for Ryland as the Lions go up 20-2, not even halfway through the second quarter. So Georgetown makes a layup right there. Only their second made shot of the game. They had 2 free throws at the beginning of the game that they missed both of them, so they were down. They didn't score for a good till a good portion of the first quarter had gone by. Elijah Hall goes up to shoot but gets a shot swatted. He was pretty tightly guarded, so someone came in and got him from the side.
Benedict Blood and Ian Whitehead coming in for Ryland and Nick Kellerman. Whitehead with the ball. Ben Blood picks it up.
Bronner gets the ball to Whitehead over on the side. Whitehead dribbles in, but then picks up his dribble. He's able to get it away to Bronner, though. Andrew Six looks eager to get a shot off. Gets the ball into Whitehead. Nice spin move. Unable to finish. And then the Lions unable to secure the offensive rebound. Georgetown quick down the court, but La Salette defense beat them there, and they force a shot, and that's going to be no good. John Bronner calling out the play for the offense to run as Elijah Hall flashes up to the top. Gets the ball to Sick now, who takes his time dribbling off to the side. La Salette's up right now by 16 points, so they're focusing on making sure that they're executing their plays right, not as much piling on the points because they don't really need to.
Georgetown playing very strong defense. But John Bronner with the foul.
Gets pushed over by the Georgetown number 10. The number 10's their point guard, very aggressive. Their most prolific player, I would say, but he does tend to force shots. So that's worked out in the Lions' favor because he's missed almost all those shots. Good ball movement by the Lions. Ian Whitehead with the ball now, takes the shot. No good. That shot had a very flat arc. And the point guard for Georgetown takes the ball down again, and that's going to be a double dribble. Picked the ball up, he kept going with it, and for a second there it looked like the referee hadn't caught it because the player's body was in between the ball and the ref, but he did see it, so Lions get the ball back.
2.5 minutes on the clock. Hopefully the Lions can secure a few more points. Michael Sick is definitely eager for some points. He's always trying to get open.
And get open he does as he puts up a shot, but it doesn't fall. Benedict Blood fights for the rebound, but Georgetown comes away with it. Lions set up defense, and that's going to be a foul called on number 13, Andrew Sick. William Fitzpatrick getting subbed back in for Ian Whitehead. Whitehead with a couple open looks, but unable to get any of his shots to fall. Nice pass by Georgetown. Nice couple of passes to get the ball down to the paint, but it ends up with John Bronner holding the ball on the floor after securing a loose pass. John Bronner still running point, even with Fitzpatrick in the game. And Ben Blood drives in, takes the shot. He looks really calm with that shot, but it just bounced right out. Georgetown point guard takes the shot, no good. Benedict Blood with the shot, but with the rebound, excuse me, but he gets it stolen from him. The putback is no good as well. So Georgetown just unable to get past 4 points as La Salette is up 20-4. John Bronner with a nice move, takes it in, pulls up, jumper no good. Elijah Hall
with the rebound and a foul.
Right, so Elijah, he has, I believe, 8 points so far in the game, and he'll have a chance to tack on a couple free throws on top of that total. First free throw is up and off to the right.
Rylan Taw coming in for Michael Sick.
Elijah's second shot is off just a little bit too far. Benedict Blood almost comes away with the rebound. Georgetown back up the court quickly. They take the three, but no good, and Elijah Hall with the rebound again. So that's been kind of the story of the game for the Lions, is a lot of missed shots by Georgetown and a lot of open rebounds by the big men down low. Ryland secures the loose pass, gets it to Fitzpatrick, who's open for the three, and that is just off. Elijah pokes the ball out of bounds. Less than a minute left to play in the first half. La Salette up 20-4. William Fitzpatrick with the steal. Takes it down the court. And he's going to be called 4 up and down. Now, what I really thought there was he pulled up to try and draw the foul, and it definitely looked like he was hit by the Georgetown player, but the referees don't think so, so they're going to give the ball back to Georgetown. And Georgetown promptly dribbles the ball out of bounds, and it'll be lost that ball again.
John Bronner is still with the role of point guard. Hopefully the Lions can tuck on a few more points before they have 23 seconds left. Fitzpatrick is open for a 3. Elijah Hull takes the ball.
10 seconds left to play in the first half. Fitzpatrick looks for the shot, no good. Elijah is open, and his shot is good. It bounces around the rim and clanks in. Georgetown's going to have less than a second to shoot, and that shot falls far short. So at the end of the first half, it's Lions 22, Buffaloes 4. We'll take a quick break for halftime, and then we'll be back to bring you these scoring leaders. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Lions JV game against Georgetown Ridge Farm. I'm Kevin Quigley, and for the second half, I'll be joined by my varsity broadcasting partner, Michael McCall. How are you doing, Michael?
I'm doing great, Kevin. How are you doing?
I am excited to see the Lions hopefully finish off the W over Georgetown. They were off to a great start. Last we saw them, they're up 22-4 now. Scoring leaders from the first half, Elijah Hall with 10 points. He also has 4 rebounds and 1 block, so quite the complete player. Alongside him are William Fitzpatrick, Sean Holman, and Rylan Taw, all with 4 points. Rylan Taw and William Fitzpatrick won't be playing the second half because they're going to be getting ready for the varsity game, which will be up next at 7.
And I came in at the end of the first quarter, and I saw William Fitzpatrick out there. He had a couple steals right in a row, but most importantly, he was kind of controlling the team. He was the backbone of the team. He was kind of telling everyone where to go, and they took him out for a little bit. The team kind of stalled out. They put him back in and started going back up. So that's great that we're seeing that from a junior player. And, he doesn't have the size, but definitely got the skill and the speed. So that's very nice to see from William Fitzpatrick.
Great start by the Lions to the first half to get the ball down the court, get a couple open shots, and most importantly, get 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. They really struggled boxing out the first half as Andrew Six comes away with a steal. But they did just that on that last possession. Elijah Hall with another offensive rebound. He puts that in for 2 more points. Hall with 12 points now. He has half the points for the Lions.
That was a nice rebound there by Elijah Hall. He went aggressively up, grabbed the ball, shinned it, and then he put it back up. He was a little off balance, so I was surprised that ball went in, but took the points and took the offensive rebounds. A great job there by Elijah Hall.
Yeah, I just keep seeing a bunch of purple jerseys, and his arms just reached up above them.
And then Andrew Sick earlier had a nice steal, and that's really good to see from a young player, freshman. Usually freshmen go in, they have butterflies, they're a little nervous, and there he almost stole it again. He's being aggressive out there, nice defense. And that's what he was known for when he played in 8th grade.
Elijah Hall comes away with another rebound.
John Bronner, I saw him earlier. He's the point guard for this team. He's getting the ball around, calling out plays. Nice pass to Elijah Hall, and that's in for 2. Beautiful play. Again, spearheaded by John Bronner. And, he's been pretty good for what I've seen him do tonight. He hasn't shot a bunch, but he's kind of controlling this team as point guard alongside of Fitzpatrick.
It's going to be another foul called on the Lions. We'll wait as the ref tells us that's number 33, Elijah, again with the foul. And what's been kind of interesting is after the JV played their blue and white game last week, they were really used to not having any open shots because that game there was a lot of tight D and shots were really hard to come by. In this game, I keep seeing Elijah get the ball, spin around, look at the hoop, and then realize, oh wait, I'm wide open, and then just go in and take the layup or take the shot. And so he's just piling on the points like that.
Yeah, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I only came in at the end of the game, the end of the half. But were they playing a zone defense?
Georgetown?
Georgetown, yes.
Yes, they were, and I think that's been a big part of it. They haven't really. I don't think they're used to that, and so Losslet's just been exploiting that, especially the guards looking up, playing heads up, and just getting open shots left and right.
Yeah, and that's great to see from the guards. When they're playing a zone, it's easier in a sense because you don't have someone in your face and on you. But it is harder because you're having to fight against a zone, and it's kind of hard to judge where the players are going to be. And that's a great job by John Bronner, the point guard, to be able to get the ball into, and we've seen him get it a lot into the free throw line, and that's just good to see from him.
Nicholas Kellerman, who came into the game for Elijah Hall, gets called for holding the ball too long without dribbling on that other end of the court. So Georgetown got the ball, but John Bronner secures a jump ball, so it'll be Lions ball.
Was that a jump ball or over the top?
I think that was a jump ball. I think I saw the ref look up at the scoreboard.
Yeah, it was a jump ball. So John Bronner gets it over to Ian Whitehead. He's also had a good game, couple shots, but the ball will be stripped from him. Nice recovery from Sean Holman. He'll recover that ball, and back in the hands of John Bronner, number 11. Nice dribble move. he'll get the foul by doing a little crossover move. And number 10 for Georgetown reaches a little bit too far and hits the body of John Bronner. And, you know, I don't quite exactly know, but what exactly do you know causes a reach-in foul? Is it just touching your body across?
I think that it's when the one player is protecting the ball. If you reach into his space, I guess you could
Contact with their body, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Nicholas Kellerman almost had a rebound. Oh, nice rebound there by Nicholas Kellerman. Come flying in, arms and legs flaring, grabs that ball, comes down with it. Lions ball. That was pretty good from Kellerman. Nice aggression there.
Yeah.
Looks like he came from the free throw line.
I think the most impressive part of that play was that he didn't travel. If you watch that play, he came. He almost lost his balance. He was really stretched out, but he was able to maintain his footing and keep possession.
Footwork is very important. Joseph Derritola was great at that last year. You know, you can block off players. You can use your feet to attack and defend at the same time, which is really awesome. And, you know, that's what makes a good player great is his footwork. Also, Manny Garcia a couple years ago, he had really good footwork.
Right, he could start on one side of the paint, and so that's going to be another 2 points for Georgetown. 26-6 right now, La Salette leading with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Nicholas Kellerman fighting over it down at the free throw line. Nice pass into Ian Whitehead. He'll put it up for, or excuse me, was that Martin Sherwood?
Yeah.
He puts it up for 2, and he'll draw the M1.
Yeah, that was a nice look. Nicholas Kellerman learning from his mistake earlier in the quarter where he didn't pass it soon enough. He was doing the same thing, ripping it through, and then he saw the opening. Martin Sherwood right there for the bank shot.
A nice job by Martin Sherwood. He didn't just catch it and fling it up at the basket, which you kind of see a lot of young players do. Grabbed the ball, controlled it, planted his feet, put it up, got the M1. However, he'll miss that free throw. Nice rebound by Elijah Hall, back in the hands of Martin Sherwood. He tries to drive in, and the ball will be stripped from him. Kind of looked a little confused when the ball was stripped from him. But Georgetown, number 22, almost shoots it, gets it over to number 10. Nice defense by Andrew Sick, except he will hit the hand of number 10 while he was mid-shooting. So Georgetown will be going to the free throw line for a couple charity points.
Andrew Sick visibly disappointed with that call. I didn't hear any sound. Then again, I also do have a headset on. So, but normally that slap when you go to swat it, miss and hit the arm is pretty loud.
That first free throw is good. Coming into the game is Marco Cruz, number 4. He'll be coming in for Andrew Sick. And Theodore Carlisle, coach's brother. He'll be coming in for John Bronner, number 3. And point guard for Georgetown takes his second free throw shot. And that's good. 2 for 2.
Andrew Sick will be running point guard now with Fitzpatrick and Bronner both out of the game. Strong drive, gets it to Marco outside of the arc.
And he was open there. He could have taken a shot, pump faked a little bit, drove in, but decided to get the ball out.
Theo Carlisle makes a bad pass. Georgetown knocks the ball away. It goes over the half-court line, and Andrew Sick, that's just an inexperienced play right there. Even if you're going to get called for over and back, you still have to pick the ball up because otherwise, as we just saw, Georgetown will take the ball and they'll go score.
And Nicholas Kellerman there, he was kind of pivoting around on his foot. He had an opportunity to kind of slide in, I guess, to the paint, but he didn't take that. However, Lions will keep the ball back in the hands of Nicholas Kellerman. Hard drive to the hoop. He'll be fouled. His other big man gives him a high five. Nicholas Kellerman at the free throw line.
Georgetown coach is getting really annoyed that Kellerman was able to move the defender guarding him. He's yelling out, "You cannot let him move you."
And that was just nice footwork there. He kind of put his body in. Doesn't have too much muscle on him, but he's got the height. So he kind of moved around, slid into the paint, tried to put it up for 2. No good, but he's at the free throw line. He missed his first one, but his second attempt is no good. Marco Cruz with the rebounds. Dishes it to Andrew Sick. Over to Elijah Hall. Nice pass. And that shot's good. Elijah Hall for another 2 baskets. Bring the score, 30-10.
Elijah with 16 points right now. 6 of them alone just in this third quarter.
Nice defensive play there by Theo Carlisle. Gets his hand in there. And he swatted away. However, Georgetown recovers, and their point guard puts it in for 2.
That was weak defense there by the Lions. There was 4 Lions that all converged on the point guard. He was still able to get the floater away.
He kind of split the defense there. Marco Cruz, nice pass into Theo Carlisle. He's kind of trapped under there. 3 players around him. He'll get it out. Marco Cruz with the ball. Takes the shot, no good. Theo Carlisle with the rebounds over to Elijah Hall. I don't know why Elijah isn't in the paint, but he'll get the ball out to Marco Cruz. Theo tries to pump fake, but he'll move those feet, and that's a travel. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. And it looks like Lions will be going into a zone.
Deep shot attempt taken by Georgetown, and that's going to be an air ball out of bounds, and Salette will have the ball again. Andrew Sick calling out the play for offense. Lions want to get at least one more shot in before the quarter ends.
Vegas Kellerman needs to shoot that or get rid of it. He'll shoot it, no good. Almost another rebound by Theo Carlisle. Hustling down the court, Theo, almost a travel by 22. Tries baseline, number 10. And is that a charge?
No, that's going to be a foul on the arm called on Theo Carlisle. And that is the wrong player to foul. That is Georgetown's best player by far. That's his 3rd made free throw on 3 attempts. He also has, I believe, at least 6 points on field goals. And he makes his 4th free throw. So costly mistake by Theo Carlisle there to foul him going up for the layup, and gives another 2 points to Georgetown.
He wasn't really down in the paint, or no, it was defense. He wasn't down in the paint, and Georgetown was getting rebounds, and I don't know if that's something they need to adjust, but I don't know. He was kind of sitting on the wing, and Georgetown was getting rebounds.
Right, and early in the game, the Lions had a big problem with boxing out and keeping Georgetown from getting the offensive rebounds. But then in the second half, we've seen the opposite happen now. Salette's getting all the offensive rebounds. Elijah Hall just keeps grabbing them. We've seen 2 offensive rebounds off free throws, and that's really hard to do because you've got only 2 people to rebound against 4 on the other team, and Salette's done that twice already.
And you know, it is nice to see Elijah Hall coming out in this game strong. First game of the season for the JV team. He was injured last year, so he didn't get a lot of playing time, but he's coming out here being aggressive, grabbing rebounds, putting up a lot of points, and that's just really good to see. You know, sometimes it's hard for players to recover, but he looks like he's recovering just fine.
Right, Lions going out for the final 7 minutes of play, up 30-14. More than double Georgetown's score, but you never know what can happen, especially against a rival like Georgetown. If you stay with us for the varsity game at 7, we'll be talking a little bit about that rivalry. But it's always an important game when we play Georgetown. The Salette JV certainly doing their part to secure a win, as the Georgetown point guard makes 3 more points on that 3-pointer.
John Bronner is back in the game. Came in for Theo Carlisle. Andrew Sick loses the ball. Nice dive on the floor by Elijah Hall. However, there'll be a foul. And it's on Elijah Hall, and is that his 4th or 3rd foul?
That might be his 4th. I'm not sure. I don't have the score sheet in front of me, but that's at least his 3rd. You're correct.
And he needs to be a little careful. He has kind of been a pillar for this team tonight, and hopefully he can keep that up for the last 6 minutes of this game.
Georgetown point guard takes another shot, no good. Georgetown number 22, another 3, and that's off. He's hungry for a 3, but all of his shots have been pretty far off so far.
And that is one thing you do have to be cautious about. You know, the Lions are up right now, and Georgetown has been taking a lot of 3s, and so you kind of have to be cautious about stop guarding them when they shoot 3s, because they could just start turning it on and start making 3s. So they do have to be aware of that and keep pressuring them like they're a really good shooting team.
Andrew Sick fouls the Georgetown shooter. The ball went all the way up to the support that the basket's hanging from. First free throw is good to make it 32-18 Lions. Now we'll see Wyatt Herman come into the game for Andrew Sick. Wyatt, the sophomore, in for his first action this JV season.
And he was renowned last year on the freshman team for being a fantastic tackler. Hopefully he doesn't tackle anybody in this basketball game, but hopefully he can bring that aggression and that enthusiasm to his team and make a couple shots, grab a couple rebounds, play some good defense. John Bronner. He's back in the point guard position, takes it past the 10-second line. Gets it into Elijah Hall, over to Marco Cruz, over to John Bronner. Nice pass into Nicholas Kellerman, over to Marco Cruz. Nice pass to Wyatt Herman, however, he's quickly triple guarded. He recovers it, nice pass to Ian Kellerman.
Oh, what a pass. Behind the back, just bounced it right down. Nicholas Kellerman wide open for the layup.
Yeah, that was beautiful because he was under a lot of pressure there. He kept calm, passed it right into Nicholas Kellerman for the 2. And Nicholas Kellerman gets the rebound.
And he's going to get the foul drawn on him, too. Or I'm sorry, he actually drew the foul. I mean, he committed the foul because he was too violent with the ball, and so then Georgetown's going to be the one that gets the ball. But what I'm really happy to see right now is we have 4 sophomores in the game and only 1 freshman as Georgetown travels. And if you watched any of the JV games last year, we were really dependent on the juniors and then a couple of the sophomores. So, I mean, the team right now, this could be a freshman-sophomore game, of course. Fitzpatrick and Taw left the game after the first half, but even so, they don't even need them. They're holding on to a lead of their own and with only the underclassmen. That's great to see.
Exactly, that is great because now they're just getting experience time, getting that now instead of later, so when they come in back next year, they can just build off of what they're learning right now.
Elijah Hall with the ball, dangerous shooter, but he passes the ball away. And then he attempts a bounce pass, but gives the ball away to Georgetown. Georgetown number 22 is probably going to look to take a 3. Does fake a shot and then throws it up recklessly, and Elijah's going to come away with the rebound. Wraps it up tightly like you're supposed to and gets the ball safely off to Bronner.
Yeah, getting those fundamentals and protecting the ball. 3 puts it up for 2, and that's good.
Great hustle by Bronner, even though he wasn't able to deflect the ball away. He was sprinting back and then dived on the court to try and steal it.
Yeah, he'll get it into Elijah Hall, almost stripped away. Nice pass to Wyatt Herman. Oh, no good. Nicholas Kellerman with the rebound, puts it up for 2, and he'll draw the foul. And this is great. You know, Salette, at least definitely last year, they did not have a lot of big men, but as we're seeing right now through this game, Elijah Hall and Nicholas Kellerman now, you know, they're prominent big men, and, you know, if they have a couple more years of practice, they could be really good their senior year.
Right, Kellerman not afraid at all to go in and body his defender. He's backed down at least 1 and then drawn that foul. Definitely a very physical player.
And that's great to see.
Nicholas Kellerman makes his free throw to turn that shot play into a 3-point play. 4 minutes left in the final quarter of play. Lions up 37-21. Wyatt Herman comes away with the loose ball. And the ball gets passed around to John Bronner, who takes it back up the court. Nicholas Kellerman wide open at the top of the key. Gets it into Wyatt Herman, who gets trapped. Passes it away to Andrew Sick, and that pass is going to be deflected, and it's Georgetown ball again.
Georgetown's a little clumped up right now. Salette could use that for their advantage, but they'll spread out across the floor. And 22 spin moves. Shot leaning over. Nicholas Kellerman with a beautiful rebound. Gets it into Sean Holman, who just recently came into the game. Came in for Elijah Hall. And Andrew Sick gets the ball at the wing. Nice pass around the defender. Sean Holman gets blocked. Nicholas Kellerman with the rebounds.
And the
Nice
shot.
shot.
Wow, Nicholas Kellerman showing up tonight.
No rim there, went smoothly through the net, and we call that a swish. Beautiful shot there by Nicholas Kellerman. High pass over to number 3 for Georgetown. 22 gets it top of the key, drives in, lobs it to 22 again. Spins around, tightly guarded by Bronner. 11 takes the shot, and that's no good. Rebound, Nicholas Kellerman.
Kellerman just doing it all for the Lions right now. Now that Elijah's out, he only has more space to work with. Andrew Sick has the ball open for a shot, but he doesn't take it.
He's a little too passive there. He kind of just went to the corner, could have gotten himself trapped, but luckily he got it out. He'll get the ball again. He'll take the shot. No good. It is Kellerman. Nice hustle. Tips it. Gets the rebound. Sean Holman takes the shot wide open, and that's good. 4-2.
(41-21) Lions. 2 minutes left in the final quarter. Number 3 drives in, but he's trapped. Andrew Sick playing tight defense.
And I would like to apologize. I have been calling number 35, Nicholas Kellerman. I have been calling him Ian Kellerman. That's his brother, my classmate, so I apologize for that. Nicholas Kellerman's in the game, and he's been the prominent basketball player tonight. And there'll be a timeout called. Sorry, no timeout called. I don't know what I was thinking there, but it'll be Lions ball. Andrew Sick gets it into Bronner. Bronner gets picked up half court, easily gets past the defender. Gets it over to Andrew Sick. He's far out past 3-point line, and he'll get it into Sean Holman.
So the clock having some problems. They say that it's running on one of the scoreboards, but not the other one. We always seem to be having clock troubles. And if the referees look at the wrong one, then they can't tell, and so then they stop the game to get it running, but it actually is running, they just can't tell. Martin Sherbley with a shot that's going to be too far. Sean Holman, nice rebound. Backs his man down, fade away, but that's going to go out of bounds.
And that's not really something you want to see. You don't really want to see NBA players, you don't really want to see high school players do. You can see NBA players doing that, but you don't really want to see high school players fading away. You want to see them go into the shot, not away from it.
Blocking foul going to be called on Martin Schoberly. Little over a minute left to play for the Lions. And Georgetown's in the bonus, so they're going to go to the line to shoot 1-1.
And is a running clock when you're up by 40 or 20?
I thought it was 20, but it's not running now. I don't know why.
I think it's because it's even. I don't think we've broken 20 yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually had never even heard that until one time we were doing a game last year, and Joe Mackin asked me, he took his headset off and asked me, so wait, is it when we're up by 30 or when we're up by 20 that there's the running clock? And I was like, I have no idea. I've never even heard of that before.
Oh, man. I think I just recently found that out. But we'll see if it's a running clock. Right after the Lions score, hopefully, on this drive. Nice dish into Martin Sherbley. Here's Kellerman finds Andrew Sick wide open for the shot, and that's good. 4-2.
And the clock is running. Lions are up by more than twice. Georgetown scored. It's 43-21.
Lions playing tight D. Nice tip by Andrew Sick. However, Georgetown will recover. Number 12 kind of setting a screen in there. Georgetown 22 gets it in, splits the defense, throws it up. That's no good. Andrew Sick tries to get the rebound, but Sean Holman will recover it. 11 seconds left. Let's see if we can get one more shot up. Bronner looking for somebody. Nice crossover. He'll take the shot. Wants the points. No good. But Sean Holman hustles in there, gets the rebound, gives it to Nicholas Kellerman. Left-handed layup, puts it up for 2 to end the game.
So final score for the Lions, 45-21. I think that we could have award an MVP to both Nicholas Kellerman and Elijah Hall, both of them carrying most of the scoring burden. Very good on the boards, very aggressive, and just a great game to start off the season for the Lions. Just absolutely crushing a rival, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of that as the season goes on.
And I would like to give a quick thank you out to our staff behind the camera. We got Tom Staffke doing the controlling the camera. We got William Reen as our producer and kind of our tech guy. We got Marcel at the book, Gerard Niemer at the clock, and then your broadcasters, Kevin Quigley and Michael McCall. Please tune in to visit our varsity game and watch our great rivalry. Until then, thank you very much.